I think Mr. Stone would like to see you at once. Good evening. Congratulations, my dear friend, with all my heart. And now I can say we have made a start, huh? A first step in achieving our goal.
Thank you. Thank you for your cooperation, Jacob.
And now we come to the role of our friend Capo. What responsibilities do you want us to give you? Vice Governor, what do you think?
What?
Huh?
I mean, that is a very big step, Jacob. What do you think, Capo?
I think that you should begin your political life with some decisive and revolutionary measures. That is, in terms of the black people.
True, but you're forgetting the reaction of the other party.
The other party is represented by two sides. By the first, I mean the factory owners, the merchants and others, and those are represented by you, my dear Oliver. And we will spare no effort to cool them down. The other party is the police force, and we must not forget that Major Strong is under your control.
I am only his security advisor. That is what Mr. Stone asked me to be. What is this black man doing here?
He is my deputy. I mean, he helps me.
On mining problems, of course.
Deputy Governor? Mine affairs? He's got a lot of responsibilities.
I am a mine engineer, as you know, Strong.
I know that. I'm speaking to Mr. Oliver.
As you heard, his responsibilities are those related to mine workers.
I understand that you have given him other responsibilities. He already works in this field.
Therefore?
Therefore, you must not go beyond your line of duty. Will you stay here, Mr. Oliver? Will you? I suggest that you remain in your office as long as your new work is temporary. I mean, until the governor.
Well, do you want to use this office, Major?
No, I don't mind my office. It makes me feel at home. Good day, gentlemen. Good day.
I think that Strong will give me some trouble.
I hope you will look at this contract. It's connected with the uranium project, as you will see.
You don't waste your time, Mr. Jacob. You said that it needed long studies and that we must be sure of the quality, the real...
True, but we must first of all agree and sign it. Don't forget you are signing now as governor, and after your ratification, you'll sign as head of government, you understand?
May I see those papers, please?
Of course. Of course, my dear. I forgot you are Deputy Governor for Mining Affairs. Please forgive me.
I see that the agreement is limited only for extracting and shipping uranium. I thought that manufacturing it would be here. That is one point. And on the other hand, you didn't mention where it is going to be shipped to.
I think you mean what you say, my dear. How can uranium be manufactured here in such a country as this one?
We can bring experts to this country in the first place, even though that we...
You are asking for the impossible. You need more than an expert to bring over here, as you know. Industrial secrets in which uranium is used and cannot under any circumstances be let out of this country. You're very secret, I think you know that. You know that very well.
Even though you didn't even mention the names of these countries? We all know that uranium is essential in the nuclear industry. What I mean is that we are at the advent of a new era for this country by bringing a new science to us.
My dear Cap, the door on which you are trying to knock is very high. And you must go through the usual entrance for all underdeveloped countries like this one. You must ask for agricultural science and what is connected with it industrially.
We depend very much on you, Mr. Jacob.
No worry, sir. It won't be long before I come back with good results, I assure you.
I have no doubt at all. Something happened about the uranium project.
Did Capo say anything about a project?
No, he spoke about himself. He became deputy governor for mining affairs.
What? Capo deputy governor? Oh my God.
What do you think?
I think it's much more than that. And there's much more to it than you can actually imagine. And frankly, they bought Capo.
Truly, he sold himself. He sold his country and people for a worthless position. And do you really think that he can do something through his new post?
That doesn't worry me. I think it is much more serious than I imagine. Yes. Yes. There are others behind these maneuvers, much more.
What do you mean?
We must move quickly to know what is happening. There's no sense discussing it, Capo or Oliver. The work sooner or later will force them to show their cards.
What do you think if I talk to Professor Spark? He might know something, you know.
No. He's not useful to us in anything. We must work fast. We must. Nami? Nami?
Yes, Doctor. Welcome, my daughter.
Hello, Nami. Hello.
Listen, Nami. Prepare some food and fruits or anything else in order to visit Como. Tell him for me to stop working from tomorrow morning until I tell him what to do again.
Is it to strike once again, Doctor? You know that the police will force them to work. You know that, don't you?
Listen, Nami. Please do what I tell you without asking any questions.
Don't worry, Nami. It is in our interest to sacrifice a little. It is, really.
I think that you have found some connections with the rest of the mine workers and farmers and the rest of the industry.
Of course. Do you intend to extend the strike in one go?
No. We shall work in stages. I only wanted to test your ability in contacting people.
Don't worry.
Then we shall struggle according to the conditions, but I wish more than one mine well's top, or at least one factory in every region.
It shall be done from tomorrow.
Well, Capo, we shall make your masters feel that they've been on the losing horse. When you feel that there is no value to a human being, only between his family and relatives and the food that you give them as charity, you'll come back to us, Capo, our good brother and citizen.
Is it true that you have been planning long for this? Huh? You. I'm referring to you. What do you think? And you? Hmm? And you? And you? Well, I'll wait for only 5 seconds to get an answer out of you, or else you know the result. Why do you refuse to work? Huh? Why do you refuse to work? Hurry up. Make them talk.
What do you mean you don't know? Don't tell me that just like this, and without any reason whatsoever, the mine workers stopped working all of a sudden.
Frankly, there is no reason for them to stop. They get their wages regularly, and well, what happened needs not cause any alarm.
You should do your best to talk to them about it.
I got in touch with the police when I heard about their refusal to report to work.
And then?
The lieutenant promised that he'll see to it in his own time.
You should have gone to deal with this matter yourself. Did you forget your position? In addition to being the engineer responsible for the work, you are my deputy.
True, but I mean that...
Maybe you are afraid to face them. But who are you afraid of? You must be proud of yourself and explain to them your new post. It is a winning card. Go on. Go on and don't leave things in the hands of Major Strong. Hello. Yes, Major.
How many times have I tried to explain to you, Mr. Oliver? Your black deputy. You shouldn't have given him this post. Problems are already cropping up with the blacks before he has even started working. I was hoping that he would see to these things himself without coming to us.
Don't you worry about it, Major. He went to see to it now. Thank you for your interest.
Did he really go? Well, I would like to inform you that his workers will welcome him.
What do you mean exactly, Major?
Nothing. My lieutenant has seen to them this morning, and it will make it easier for your deputy.
Strong. Do you mean that your men had really punished them? Strong, please hurry to save Capo. You know they are now on the point of...
I know that, my friend, but...
Listen, Major. Don't forget that I am the governor now, and I officially order you to protect Capo.
Well, how did things go?
You can see the results, Doctor.
Not bad. Won't heal quickly. It is very important that we insist on the final victory.
Don't worry. We shall not give up, even if it will cost us our lives.
It's destined that we should suffer, my son. Your father, may his soul rest in peace. He had suffered a lot, but you know...
Mother, my dear mother, how is Below?
He is with me in the hospital. He is still wanted by the police, as you know.
I sincerely hope, things will not take long.
But you've had enough, haven't you?
For how long? For how long can we stay in this condition?
It is only a step. A step ahead, Mida.
Shall we stand alone?
No. Tomorrow we shall know where your friends stand, and when the demo is spread all over the country, we shall then go to the next step. Be sure it will be effective.
Who did this to you?
Surely it was not Dr. Amado. And it is impossible it was this lady.
They were your men, Deputy.
Deputy?
Deputy of what?
Mr. Capo, can you explain, please?
Well, I became deputy governor for mining affairs. Doesn't that please you? The first African in this country to occupy this post. I can do a lot for you. For all of us. Hey, what do you think? I hope you will be with me in everything.
What can you do, Capo? Can you give me my house and land back? Huh?
Do you think you can give us better homes?
Oh, you want the impossible. It's only one day since I occupied this post. But I can promise you that I shall see to your needs as soon as possible, on condition that you do what I want.
Do you substitute a white master for a black Arab one?
No, I don't mean that. But I shall speak for you not only to the governor, but to all those who are responsible, and forever.
No one has to speak for another. Every man has the right to express himself. And I'll be the first.
Well, can I know the reasons for this strike?
It is not really a strike.
Then what is it?
It is what you mentioned. We refuse to work in conditions in which we live.
It is a refusal to imperialism.
Capo, you can still change your mind. You can give up your post. Here is your people and your family. Don't try to put on the hat of another person.
Did you convince them to return to work, Mr. Deputy Governor? Doctor, I see you have done your job very well.
As you said, my job and my human responsibility.
Ah, well done. That is your field.
Medicine is a human responsibility, my dear Major.
You should have celebrated the occasion of appointing this man to the job of deputy governor.
We shall celebrate. We shall celebrate, Major, in our own special way.
Well, when will you return to work?
Please. It is my responsibility.
Of course, of course, of course. You must know that it is your first and last test. You can reduce surveillance or take it off completely. And take it easy with the workers. I want them to feel well.
Yes, sir. But may I know why you want to do this, sir?
I have put Capo today in a very embarrassing situation in front of his workers, and I want him to fall down completely.
Sir, can I express my opinion?
Please do.
This is the first time I see you interested in a black man. Usually, if you wanted to eliminate a man like that, you'd only ask one word.
Good remark. Frankly, I want, through him, to put Oliver's head on the block.
Then, our real target is Oliver.
Exactly. He was the first to stand against Mr. Stone and to turn against him the Governor's Council and the capitalists. He exploited his illness. And most important of all, he wanted to destroy our racist policy by using his black as his deputy. That black as his deputy.
I understand. I think I understand. I shall give these blacks enough rope until the time comes for giving them a lesson.
And also to give a lesson to those who want to consider themselves equal to the blacks, whatever the reasons are.
I think they have gone up a step in their education, sir.
Of course, there is no difference. They must stay without education. I don't know how Capo became an engineer.
In fact, I was referring to his brother, Dr. Amado.
Amado. The doctor. Can't stand him.
Did you wake up now? Did you at least realize that you were trapped in a snare?
Please, keep your opinions to yourself.
Do you insist on continuing your dirty game?
I am certain that I can still handle things the right way.
Where do you see yourself now in your work? Are you with them? Or with Oliver and his white gang?
Miriam, you are my wife, and you must stand with me and not against me.
I am with you when you are with your own people and your own country. I must stand now with the rest of the people and with your brother Amado.
Amado? No doubt he's the first to start all this.
This is not new for you. You know his opinion and with whom he stands, and how he feels about your twisted projects.
What? What? Did you really get to this point?
I express my personal opinion.
Speak up. Go on. Tell me everything. If you are really as loyal and courageous as you claim to be, go on. Give me your own personal reason. Why do you accuse me? Accuse me of treason.
Uranium. Yes, the dealer of the nation. You are in fact not only selling your country and its people, but you are selling destruction for all mankind.
I?
Yes, you. You are doing all that so that you can wear foreign shoes and suits and smoke a cigar with the white rulers and say, "Here I am, Governor, your humble servant."
That is enough, enough!
I hope you can leave these ideas and come back to reality.
But I think in this way I am serving my own people.
You are destroying yourself. You are alienated from your own people. But you have abandoned them. Your white masters look on you only as a black agent. Then you'll be isolated from your own society, but despised even as an African.
Hello.
Come on.
My dear brother.
I'm sorry to ask you, Nami. Could you keep an eye on the entrance? We shall take a while.
Bella, you have become a hero.
Not yet. Not before we get our land and freedom back.
That is true. That is true, Bella.
I was wondering if you could come back to us or not.
Nobody stopped us. Nobody dared to stop us. Anyway, we are not working.
They are sure of our return. There is no other place where we can stay except a comfortable hotel.
We must start some serious work, my dear brothers. Tomorrow, as you know, the mines and factories shall stop, and even our workers in the fields. And within a few days, all production will stop.
Civil disobedience?
It is only the beginning.
It is a good opportunity for the Major and his men to beat and imprison us all.
The police cannot, and no other force can imprison all the people, all the workers, everyone. Yes, we shall make this movement spread throughout the whole of Africa. It will include all the people, all the workers, the children, all, even the women.
May I ask, how can this be realized?
We have organized everything, and we shall be transformed into a movement of rebellion against injustice and enslavement, into freedom fighters, commandos.
Where do we get our arms? Where do we get them?
We shall not be alone, my brothers. There are other free African countries. They will help us. Great Mother Africa will try to unite her sons again.
I don't understand, Amado. Actually, I can't understand what you say. What are we to do?
We shall not ask for a rise. We shall refuse to serve them. We shall not ask them to give us our land, because it is ours. We shall resist and go against racialism and fight back with all our might until we are victorious.
Where would Capo stand in these circumstances? He's your brother anyway.
He let lose his job.
This is true. When they realize using Capo as a cover in the government and responsibility.
I think that Capo will discover his real role.
I hope that before it is too late. Now, we shall come to the details.
You say disobedience all over the country?
Yes, sir. There is disobedience in 12 mines, also in 40 factories, and I think in at least 104 plantations.
Impossible. How did that happen?
I think there is good organization behind this disobedience, sir.
Organization. Since when have these blacks had a united mind? Anyway, there must be a reason for this disobedience. Did you find out what they want this time? More money? Limiting working hours, for example?
We have not taken any action against or interrogated any of them before we got in touch with you, sir. There have been rumors about freedom, independence, and participation in government, etc.
Is this the fruit of your work, Oliver? Is it? All the blacks want to be like Capo now. Capo, deputy governor! It makes me laugh. But no, I'll never allow it. It is time to put things back where they used to be. Send out strong groups of our men to search for these forest monkeys everywhere. They can deal with them as they like. Do you understand me? Do you?
Do you mean using arms?
Let them consider it a hunting trip.
Here you are.
Thank you, thank you.
What are the news about our boys?
Don't worry. Everything is in perfect order.
But my heart tells me it is dangerous.
You're only worried.
Billo! My beloved son!
So, did you reach any decision?
What decision?
Resigning, for example.
Resigning? Who told you that I am thinking of resigning?
Logic and reason. The deputy governor who can't do anything, who can't even defend his citizens or even utter a word to discuss the matter with his own masters. What is he?
Miriam, you are putting me in a bad situation. I didn't give instructions to anybody to revolt or to go on strike. It was your idea. And I am not prepared to defend someone else's ideas.
That's enough. You're playing with words. Look at them. They are trying to eliminate our people. Women, children, old people, even the sick and the wounded.
But what do you expect me to do?
Come to your senses, Capo. You either do something or you resign and throw it back in their faces. In this way you express your rejection to them at least.
Do you think it would be better if I speak to Oliver? He might stop the Major and his men.
Do you still think that Oliver is different to the Major, or the Governor, or even Professor Spark? They are all alike. They are imperialists who have taken our land away. Oh, God, is it possible that you don't understand?
Tomorrow. Yes, tomorrow. I will do something.
Do you think he will be all right, Doctor?
I hope so. Now, we'll have to leave him, and he will take some rest. Keep an eye on him. Please call me if necessary.
May I stay with him too?
You also need some rest, Nami.
Please, I'll stay here. I'll never disturb him. I'll just stay beside him.
All right. But for a little while.
Their answer was strong and fast. Many fell dead. The wounded were countless.
I think the time has come to turn to arms.
Do you mean to tell me we shall use arms?
Of course, please don't forget what I told you about our brothers in other African countries. They didn't only obtain their freedom and independence, but they are now raising their heads high, and they're becoming an example for all the other African countries and the countries of the whole world.
That is wonderful. Tell me, when we get our help, and how?
Listen. You'll only have to get out quickly and go to
This is the third letter that I have received from Jacob during this period. What do you think I should answer him?
Frankly, the situation is bad. What do you think if we tell the truth? Maybe he can be able to...
What are you saying, Capo? Shall we tell him that Strong has taken the power in his hands and is doing what he likes, and I can do nothing about it?
I mean, he may be able to help us in this problem.
In what way?
Aren't we partners in the project? I mean, the diamonds and uranium? He will be willing to help. If he supports us, he'll be helping himself as well.
Jacob and his gang always know how to deal with the most powerful, with those who can support their interests without officially entering in the private problems. Why don't you use your brother Amado? Surely his relations with those workers are good.
He is a doctor, as you know. He hates getting involved in politics.
That's what I intend. You wouldn't speak to him of politics. You speak to him from a human point of view only. You'll have to speak to him about the innocent people and all those who are being killed every day for no reason, about calamities, deformities, and other tragic consequences of fighting. You remind him of his human duty as a doctor and how many people he can save.
That is enough, please!
What is wrong, Capo? Did I say anything wrong?
Oh, no. But Amado wouldn't be convinced with his talk. He is far from listening to these subjects. I don't think you know him very well.
I know. I know he is different from you, Capo.
I think, sir, you should exercise your powers as a governor. You should really be able to face strong and stop all this violence by the police. Then we can see to things in a different way.
Do you know what you're saying?
It is only a question of time until Jacob arrives, and I am sure he'll arrive in a day or two. He wouldn't hesitate to give the necessary help, which would enable you to continue your activities regularly as a governor. At least he'll see that you practice your job as a true governor.